Hello and good evening. Yes, that's right. I'm singing today because I'm in a good mood. This one has been on the list for a while, and I pretty much every other day I'm getting a recommendation for this. Like, you know, why aren't you doing it? Why haven't you done it? So I'm gonna sit down and do it, and you're gonna watch it. I'm talking about the music, obviously. Yeah, you know how it is. Right, okay, so that being said, no more talking, more watching. Let's get to it. Oh yeah, right, so that's recording. This is recording also. Let's go. Means how is my country? Okay. This is back in the Prozpekt days.
ये कैसा मेरा देश जिस पे गरीबी का बोझ, ये कैसा मेरा देश जहाँ मर रहे हैं लोग, ये कैसा मेरा देश क्या है इसका हाल, ये कैसा मेरा देश पूछ के देखो ये सवाल, ये कैसा मेरा देश जिस पे गरीबी का बोझ, ये कैसा मेरा देश जहाँ मर रहे हैं लोग, ये कैसा मेरा देश क्या है इसका हाल, ये कैसा मेरा देश पूछ के देखो ये सवाल, मेरे देश का क्या हाल.
When was this track done? Was this like mid-2000s, if I'm not mistaken? Because obviously, you know, going by Young Prozpekt back in the day, he still had that, you know, that love for his country, and you know, he wanted to do what he does, but in his country. You know what I mean? And you know, this is a good way to start it. Like, you know, the anti-corruption anthem, KAISA MERA DESH, which is fair, you know, which is fair because you know he was one of the earliest to ever do it, in terms of like at least rapping about India, you know what I mean, about his own country. But all right, let's go. Young Prozpekt, let's do it.
क्या है इसका हाल, ये कैसा मेरा देश पूछ के देखो ये सवाल, मेरे देश का क्या हाल, ये राजनीति पैसे का खेल, जाते हैं जेल फिर बनाते हैं सरकार, जहां आधे से ज्यादा मंत्री हैं गुनहगार, जानना चाहते थे.
I mean, that statement alone, like, you know, most of the ministers are criminals. That's pretty much true wherever you go, to be fair. You know, we've got our own problems here in the UK. So, and obviously I'm Albanian, so we've had our own problems back there for many years, decades. So, you know, I feel what Krsna's saying, Prozpekt in this case, because again, it's something that even the best rappers, well, that's how hip hop started back in the day anyway. But then it was like music against the man, if you will. Like, that's how it got started. You know, from the poverty, you know, rose from the ashes, that type of thing. You know. Let's go.
जेल फिर बनाते हैं सरकार, जहां आधे से ज्यादा मंत्री हैं गुनहगार, जानना चाहते थे मेरे विचार, सिर्फ भ्रष्टाचार का बना व्यवहार, गरीबी हर बार और नफरत फैलाना इनके जीत का औजार, फिर बोलते हैं तरक्की कर रहा है हिंदुस्तान, ये झूठे धोखेबाजी, ये नेता है चुनाव के लिए करे.
Damn, he went in hard, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how was no one like? Did anything come after this? Like, in terms of, did anyone say anything to Krsna about this? I was like, yo, yeah, cool it with the cursing at the ministers, bruh, or else there's gonna be something different going on. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, it's the lies that we get fed. It's the lies that we get fed. Obviously, you know, like some countries will not have it as extreme as others, but it's there. It's always there. Unfortunately, it is human nature. That's why we get a bit of power and then we'll just, you know, get drunk on that shit.
गरीबी हर बार और नफरत फैलाना इनके जीत का औजार, फिर बोलते हैं तरक्की कर रहा है हिंदुस्तान, ये झूठे धोखेबाजी, ये नेता है चुनाव के लिए करे देश गुलामी, ये कैसा देश जहां सरकार में बैठे सबसे बड़े आतंकवादी, मनाए स्वतंत्रता मगर पूछो कहां है आजादी, जब बैठ रहे भूखे और पीने को नहीं पानी और या मनमानी.
Okay, gotcha. I love the way that, again, that just sounds in Hindi. It's incredible, like in terms of the rhyming.
जब बैठ रहे भूखे और पीने को नहीं पानी और या मनमानी या बदनामी, सारी एक ही कहानी बर्बादी की, एक ही कहानी. हाँ, देखो सबकी एक ही कहानी यहाँ। ये कैसा मेरा देश जिस पे गरीबी का बोझ, ये कैसा मेरा देश जहाँ मर रहे हैं लोग, ये कैसा मेरा देश क्या है इसका हाल, ये कैसा मेरा देश पूछ के देखो ये सवाल। एक देश को बनाता है कौन? नौजवान। इस देश में कमाता है कौन? नौजवान। और देश को चलाता है कौन? नौजवान। These old guys run our lives to hold strong. अगर वोट नहीं देंगे then you can't be complaining. They say the games are...
You could totally hear that fucking British accent. You can't be complaining. Love that, love that. Let's go back to that.
आता है कौन? नौजवान। और देश को चलाता है कौन? नौजवान। These old guys run our lives to hold strong. अगर वोट नहीं देंगे then you can't be complaining. They say the games are failing cause it was really raining. Yeah right. ये भ्रष्टमंत्री गंदगी फैलाते हैं।
Wait, hold on. They say games are failing because here was really raining. Is that like a reference to cricket where if it rains too heavily, obviously the match won't go on? Is that what that means? I don't know.
They say the games are failing cause it was really raining. Yeah right. ये भ्रष्टमंत्री गंदगी फैलाते हैं, शर्म के मारे हमारे सर झुकाते हैं, पूरे साल रुलाते हैं और अगली बार चुनाव में वापस आते हैं हम पीछे रह जाते हैं। क्या है इस बात में नहीं दम, क्योंकि एक महीने बाद सब कुछ भूल जाएंगे हम।
And the thing is, that's the fucking problem with music like this and content like this. It's like, it's very important, by the way. Let's not fucking beat around the bush about that. It is very important content. It's a very important topic to bring up. But unfortunately, people don't want to live with that. They'll hear it once and be like, oh yeah, he's right, yeah, blah, then boom, it's gone. The next day it's gone. It's like, yep, that was just another song. But unfortunately, those problems in that song, they carry on, you know what I mean? People will have to live with them types of issues. And that's the problem with these types of songs. Yeah, I mean, people should be making this type of song like every time, but unfortunately, the society that we live in, it's all about that commercial stuff. It's all about getting paid, and unfortunately, this will not pay anyone really, because again, people have that short attention span, and I'm not excluding myself from that, by the way. I'm not saying like I'm some fucking guy who's like, yeah, he's right, and this will... No, I include myself into that. We have very short attention spans, especially when it comes to stuff like this, like anti-corruption and poverty. Yeah, I would love to like hear all of that shit day in, day out, and some change should be made, but it just, nothing changes. Nothing fucking changes.
क्या है इस बात में नहीं दम, क्योंकि एक महीने बाद सब कुछ भूल जाएंगे हम। They say be positive, I say f you, cause I'ma say what the hell I want to. Flaunt truth cause youth is power, and I ain't seen none of that. So put your hands up, tell me where my brothers at. ये कैसा मेरा देश जिस पे गरीबी का बोझ, ये कैसा मेरा देश जहाँ मर रहे हैं लोग, ये कैसा मेरा देश क्या है इसका हाल, ये कैसा मेरा देश पूछ के देखो ये सवाल। ये कैसा मेरा देश जिस पे गरीबी का बोझ, ये कैसा मेरा देश जहाँ मर रहे हैं लोग, ये कैसा मेरा देश क्या है इसका हाल, ये कैसा मेरा देश पूछ के देखो ये सवाल।
I love that Reebok little jacket that he's got going on there, little sports jacket, little tracksuit jacket, whatever. Love that Reebok. I haven't seen that Reebok sign in ages, man. Do you know what I mean? I used to wear Reebok all the time when I played basketball. You know what I mean? My sneakers were always Reeboks. I don't know why. I found them very comfortable, to be fair. But anyways, yeah. In terms of the song itself, look, even back then, I'm sure this was like mid 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. Back then, this guy was, he was building something, but unfortunately, he may have not gone the wrong way about it. That's not what I mean, but like, in a way, yes, he did go the wrong way about it, because he was doing more meaningful tracks. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was doing a lot more meaningful tracks, and everyone else around him was doing the commercial stuff, the bouncing, the fucking, you know what I mean, the club hits and whatnot. And that's why Krsna obviously had to reinvent himself, because of that reason, and it's good that he has, because lyrically you can't fuck with Krsna, like genuinely you can't fuck with Krsna. But songs like this, like I said, it's just sad really, because sometimes it falls on deaf ears and nothing really changes, even though he's making a lot of sense, but people don't want to hear that because it's hard to accept it sometimes, Who wants to accept that they live in poverty? Like, no one wants to accept that, but unfortunately there are parts of the world that are living in poverty. And during the early 2000s, mid 2000s, where he is there, like that place, some of them places there look like some of the Albanian suburbs, you know what I mean, out the way. They look like worn down, and you can see the poverty. But again, they fall on deaf ears because nothing changes. So However, that doesn't take away from his talent, from Krsna's talent, because again, he put something with meaning behind it and not just any old, you know, you can find me in the club. Like, sorry, I use that as an example, by the way, because that track was too sick. But I use that as an example about commercial hits, you know? So look, let me know what you think in the comments. What did you think of the track when you first heard it? Is this the first time you've heard it? If it is, then obviously hit me up. Let me know what's going on, how you feel about it. And just, yeah, general comments. Hit me up, bruh. Hit the subscribe, hit the likes. As always, I will catch you on the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay alert, and good night.